Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got a really cool, quick, playful kind of set today. I've got some Semilac colours. I've got shade 233. We've got 512. We've got 033. And lastly, we've got a 044. So I know I was trying not to. We do have a fairly neon colour today. I think it was the 033 colour. I was trying to keep away from them, but there's just something about these neons that are going to be calling my name all year round. So I'm so sorry. It's definitely out of season right now, this set, but I just thought it was quite playful. You know, it's like a little donut kind of inspired set. So I thought, why not? You know, I'm just going to do what I really like, to be honest. So I will try, of course, and I am doing a lot of fall nails, but you know, every so often I will do a little sprinkle of what I love to do the most, which are neon colours and bright colours and pinks and all of that kind of stuff. So starting off with the nail design, we've got two nails of that beautiful neon colour. It's so nice, like I really like it. Next up we have the pinky colour that we've got, almost like a very pale, almost like a nude colour. For that one we are going to do two nails. And then on the last nail, we are going to do one for white nail. And then we are going to pop the whole set in the lamp, I believe. And we are going to do a second coat. And as you can see in the background, we've got a fairly fuchsia neon kind of glitter. So of course you can already guess that that glitter is going to definitely be going on one of those neon pinky nails that we've got there. I think it was 033. Yeah, I can't remember the names, but the numbers are a bit easier to remember. So yeah, and the white that I'm using, I believe should be 3007 from Cloud Beauty. I use that all the time. And here, as you can see, two layers have now been applied. It's so much more opaque now. And here's the glitter, and I feel like the glitter matches the colour so well. It's almost like the same colour, which is great. That's what we usually like to go for, although I don't always succeed on my videos. So I'm just going to sprinkle it on top of the nail. And then I'll be able to pop the whole set into the lamp again, as we've got the second layer applied, but none of it has been cured just yet. So yeah, there we go, tapping it away. That's the beautiful glitter. It's got a really nice gold kind of flex to it. It's really pretty. I love that glitter so much. So now it's time to work on our donutty, sprinkly kind of nail design. So for the nude nails, they're kind of both the same. So I can't remember if I showed you me doing both or just the one, but I'm going to pick up a dotting tool and I'm going to just randomly pop dots. You don't have to do it the same way as I have. You could have done only 3 dots or 4 or, you know, random ways, whatever you feel is right. But you don't want them to be underneath each other, that's definite. And then once you've got them down, you want to take your nail art brush, a thin nail art brush, and then you're basically just going to do a line coming down from the middle of the dot, and then the side walls of the dot, you're just kind of going to connect to the line going from the center of the dot, if that makes any sense. And that way we are able to create kind of like a dripping effect. So I'm just going to color in that, and then once I'm happy, I'm going to start connecting the lines to one another. So there we go. I'm just going to do these little scoops, and that way we're going to connect it. And then the bottom part of this now kind of dripping design, we're going to color in white, and then job done. We've got our first kind of drip layer effect thing going on this nail. We are going to do the exact same thing on the other nail. Once again, it doesn't have to be identical. You could just flip completely around or do less drips or more, whatever you feel. They don't have to be identical. And then I do think I do go off camera and do a second layer of the white off camera, because I think I found it quite sheer. I can't remember now, but I think I have, because it does seem a bit sheer and stuff. So there we go. So we've got the two nails done, and yeah, I definitely did a second layer of that white. It's so much more brighter there, and this is probably the most fiddliest bit possible. So now I've placed all 4 of those colors on my little plate, and I'm just going to be dipping my brush into all of these colors and just randomly putting little lines on the white bit on this nail. And you'll basically have to repeat this with both nails, of course, and yeah, just dip into random colors. You know, it's just, how would I say it? You know, you kind of don't want, let's say, the blue right next to another blue one. Just try and kind of like, you know, keep the same colors away from each other and all that kind of stuff. And with this bit as well, you can kind of make it as concentrated as you want or as least concentrated, or you also don't have to use as many So same thing applies. We're just going to dip our brush into all of those colors, just kind of randomly place them on the nail and just keep going until you are happy, and then pop it into the lamp, and this nail will be all nice and done as well. So I'll probably let you guys relax and watch this bit as well, and then I'll come back to you guys when we are working on another nail. Okay, so that nail is all nice and done, and it has been cured. So here I jumped the gun. So I was trying to do this on camera, and it just wasn't working. So what I did was I picked up a dotting tool and I just kind of did a circle with it. And of course, as you can tell, they're not perfect, but they kind of did the job. So you basically want to do the exact same thing. So we're doing that on that neon pinky color with the white gel polish, and once again we're repeating the exact same step with those sprinkles. We are doing them only on those white little donuts that we've just created with the dotting tool. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to have that on camera. I was really struggling with the angle. I was really having to like shove it right into my face to really get it right, because those donuts were super hard to do, like super hard. I don't often do circles with nail art brushes or dotting tools or anything like that, so it was actually quite difficult to draw them, which I was I don't know what I was really expecting, but it was much more difficult than I was clearly expecting. So we're just going to do the sprinkles, and then once we're happy with that, I can't remember if I popped into the lamp and then I carried on, or if I, just carried on straight away, but it doesn't matter. But after I'm happy with those donuts, I decided to do a standard me and just do way too much on this nail, and I just constantly felt like it was too bad. There's just not enough going on. There's never enough going on apparently in my sets, and I decided to just sprinkle on some dots. I usually like to do that sometimes when I have no idea what else to do on a nail, but I'm still feeling like it's kind of too bad for me or too boring. I will either glitter it, crystal it, or I will just do random dots. So here it is. I've picked up a dotting tool and I'm just doing the 3 dots kind of next to each other technique, and then in random areas I'm just going to do like one dot or 2 dots, just wherever, just to kind of, just to give it a bit more of a vibe, I guess. Just not so boring, a bit more going on. Just standard me, always everything's too bad, everything needs extra and extra and extra until you overdo it. And I feel like this is one of those nails where it's kind of like, did it really need that many dots though? Did it? I don't know, but it's here now, so we can't really change it. So there's that one. Luckily it was just this one nail that I've went OTT on. So now it's time to do kind of crystal placements. We don't actually have a crystal itself, we have these little charms. So for one of those, I think, both of those drip nails have those little bows. So I found them in my charm collection, you could say, and I really like them, and I have a bunch of them, and I felt like because of the color of them, I felt like they're quite playful, and they kind of fitted in with the colors that we used today, just because the way the light hits, it kind of gives out like a different kind of colors on the bow. So I felt like that fitted in nicely. So one of those nails had the bow on the right hand side like kind of slanted a little bit, and it was like a smaller bow, and the other nail, as you can see, I'm using a much larger bow and it's much more on the center. So this nail in particular is going to have a glossy top coat, which I'm sure you all are going to be happy to see. A lot of my sets right now have been matte, and it's just, it's just autumn, it's just that kind of time of the year where the sweat looks are coming out and the darker, gloomier colors are coming out, so it's just natural that the matte top coats are coming out as well during that time. So hopefully this will be a nice little change and a little glimpse of summer, even though we're nowhere near anymore. Just a little reminder of the summer that's eventually going to happen again. So I'm just going to apply that. It was quite difficult to get the glossy top coat in between the bows, especially the middle one there. It was quite difficult just because of how big it was, and I couldn't get in between the little bottom part of the bow, which was a bit of a pain, but you just gotta do what you gotta do and try your best really to get in between there. And of course try and not get the top coat on the bows as much as possible. I clearly was failing a little bit there, but never mind. And then once you're happy, pop them into the lamp. I usually like to do 60 seconds on my top coats, just to, I don't know, it just feels like a little finishing touch. Double cure it, make sure everything's neatly, nicely in place, and no issues will pop up later basically. So there we go. I love how they look. I'm going to pop them into the lamp now, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked this video. It's a bit of a playful one, not really a proper like recreational, but if you do end up recreating it, please don't forget to tag me. I would love to see it, and hopefully I will see you all in